The Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight was nothing but a sheer embarrassment, both for human intelligence, both for the fans of Mike Tyson, both for, I don't know, we as human beings, are we moving backwards in terms of our evolution? That is how pathetic it was. Now, I'll give credit where credit is due. It seems Jake Paul made 40 million US dollars by marketing and hyping this fight. Mike Tyson made 20 million US dollars. So if you look at it from the sense of making money, Jake Paul, nothing but hats off to him. And if in case you feel like making fun of Jake Paul, I will challenge you, earn $400. $400, just $400. Try to earn by people watching you do something. I can challenge you, you might struggle to even earn $4. So, if you look at it in that way, Jake Paul earning $40 million, that also is hardly in his 20s, yeah, 20s or whatever. Nothing but absolute utter respect to this young man. He is earning what you who's watching, including me, we, our entire families, our extended families, everyone put together cannot earn. So I'll give credit where credit is due. Jake Paul, hats off to you, man. Okay. Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Now, in terms of Mike Tyson, the only thing which I would like to say is he is in his 60s. He knows that his days are numbered. People took advantage of him when he was young. Don King exploited him of 300 million. The poor guy is trying to make money wherever he can. He doesn't care about his legacy, which is very evident through his interviews. He doesn't care about his medals. If you check YouTube videos, he has dumped all his medals, all his belts, all his trophies. He has put them in the basement. He doesn't care a damn. Watch that documentary. He says, this is worthless. This is crap. So he's a very practical man. And if you see his interviews, even with Valuetainment, you will have nothing but a sense of, for youngsters, they will feel a sense of like depressive disbelief. They'll be like, what are you talking? How can you say like that about legacy, success, greatness? But for old timers, I will put myself there. You can understand what he means by, legacy. It doesn't matter if you die. Even one small kid was interviewing Mike Tyson and said, what do you think of legacy? He said, legacy doesn't matter. You die, what legacy do you have? He doesn't care about gold medals. He doesn't care certificates. Like even me, you can see, let me show you, you can see up there later. You can see all this. These are all my trophies. These are all my certificates, all this. And there are many more boxes like this, many more, where trophies and accolades and certificates, public speaking, leadership, there's that, so many things. And in fact, very old, before YouTube was even a thing, on Facebook I had posted it. I actually burnt all the certificates, all the so-called certificates that I got for coaching or public speaking or whatever. There was such a huge bunch. I burnt and I took a video and I showed it. Because if it doesn't help you get a job, if it doesn't help you make money, what is the point of this? It's just gimmick. So Mike Tyson is a pessimist. That way you could say. I call him a very realist human being. He knows for a fact that all this is just for the public to say rah, rah, rah. But end of the day, money talks. So that way, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, they have really made their money. I'm happy for them. Okay. The sponsors, the marketing team, the participants, they all made money. Happy for you. What Jake Paul actually did is he created an industry. He created an event where money was flowing. Money was exchanging hands. The people who placed bets, Drake, it seems, lost a huge amount of money. He bet Mike Tyson would win by knockout. So a lot of gambling was there. So money is flowing. The, renting out cars, staying in hotels for this venue. So you're generating income, which is good. But that is now the good side. That is the economics. The drawback is for people who love Mike Tyson, who grew up watching him. Once upon a time, a really ruthless animal, a human being whom you wouldn't have the guts to stand in front and say anything. Even today, at the age of 60, if you stand and say something and he gets angry, people might even piss in their pants here. I mean, he is, for a 60-year-old, he's incredible. So we kind of love him like a grandfather. We love him like a elder father figure. We really, really, truly care about him. One more thing where I'll give Jake Paul credit. This whole boxing was a shit show, and Jake Paul was winning right from round 1 to round 8. I'll tell you, Jake Paul could have knocked out Mike Tyson easily. He could have knocked him out, especially after the third round. Mike Tyson was exhausted. Jake Paul didn't do that. I'll give kudos to him. In fact, I'll tell you honestly, I was really scared that Mike Tyson would get knocked out and maybe die or maybe go unconscious. You can hit someone on the head and they can hit a blood clot. And in boxing, this has been a known phenomenon that people get blood clots and they get become like a vegetable state. Watch one of the boxing matches on YouTube. I can't get the name. This guy, boxer, he was fighting with Ed Hearn, I think. I'm not too sure. He got a blood clot or something and he died. Another one got a blood clot and actually became like a vegetable. Just like this. No matter how bloodthirsty we human beings are to see such fighting or entertainment, we don't want to hurt and harm a human being. We don't like to see that. Like I might hate someone, but I definitely would not want him to be like that. Unless, of course, he has done something so egregious, like maybe hurting, harming a child or destroying someone's family. Okay, that's extreme. Serial killers, whatever. But just for an argument, or we wouldn't want bad things to happen to people. So I will give kudos to Jake Paul. Thank you for not hurting him. Jake Paul is actually a nice human being. Jake Paul, Logan, all of them. They just put on this bad boy facade. He could have knocked him out. He could have hurt him. He could have injured him. He didn't do that. He was just making sure he won on points. But now when we go to the actual show, it was nothing but a shit show. It was really sad. Yeah. You're talking about a 60-year-old man who was struggling. He was really, truly struggling. Yes, he had the shape. He must be on TRT because his testosterone must have really declined. The abs, the muscles. But he was an old man, yeah. And you're talking of a 20-year-old with 30 years age difference. He's boxing a grandfather. And he was busy. And Jake Paul is big. Huh? He's not small. He's a legit boxer. If you see the interviews, even Eddie Hearn, yeah, the boxing promoter, what he said. He said, this guy, what he has accomplished in 4 years is a miracle. He's not Canelo style legend, but what he's accomplished is amazing. Yeah. He's a good fighter. He's at least better than we average folks. And he's accomplishing what none of us. He's doing what 1% of the world's population can do. 40 million, generating $40 million as his salary. And if you then check how much his company made and profits and sponsorships, maybe at least 50, 60 million. Just imagine, cool 100 million. But it was sad, a sad spectacle. People, out of nostalgia, they came to see the fight because they love Mike Tyson. They wanted to see him knock Jake Paul out. We still believe in him. We still believe that he can knock someone out. We wanted to see the magic. We wanted to live that moment. We wanted to feel special again. We wanted to celebrate the victory. But all we saw was a broken old man who has passed his prime 20, 25 years ago and now is just a former shell of himself. Yes, he can show some boxing moves for 30 seconds for a video clip. But anyway, the only thing I can congratulate him is he made his money. He knows what he's doing. He made his money as a weed business. But I would just request Mike Tyson not to fight again. But having said that, Jake Paul is going to... The funny thing, people are even mocking him, saying maybe he should fight Joe Biden next. Maybe that would be the biggest fight that way, because this Jake Paul is, I don't know, yeah, he's making money, but he's making a joke out of himself. He's become this bad boy, internet bad boy, whom people want to see lose, but he will calculate and he will make sure. I'm pretty sure behind the scenes they must have had secret meetings. There was one of the leaked documents that this was a scripted fight. It's nothing like that. But they do discuss. Listen, we'll not knock each other out, and we'll hype it up because they're businessmen, and this is what happens behind the scenes. Even all these reality shows, Bear Grill or Survival in the Forests, and they tell them, even Big Brother, Big Boss, whatever, those contestants are told to behave to create controversy. I was invited to Big Brother, Big Boss, whatever in India. They told me, we want you to, be extreme, whatever makes you comfortable, but be extreme and create controversy. You can be whatever, just don't hurt anyone physically, but create that drama. Nah, I was not interested in that. I've crossed that age. Maybe if I was in my 20s, I would have done that. Anyway, it was a shit show. And I just wanted to share this with you. Anyway, I'm happy he made his money, but it was sad. It was an embarrassment. And just imagine the whole world paid money to come there just to see this. I think sometimes we human beings need to be ashamed of ourselves. Anyway, there was hope that he would knock him out. There was hope, secretly, but I knew practically that Jake Paul will not tarnish his brand. He'll pay a lot of money. And you and I know, if anyone were to pay us big money, we are ready to throw in the towel here. Come on. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts if you watch the show or if you watch the highlights. Comment down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. You guys take care. This is me signing off.